And
3, 2, 1, live. Oh boy, we're here. So breaking news. Gibson has a new CEO. JC is out. Cesar is in.
That's wild. When did that happen, Baxter?
This happened literally like a few minutes ago. So I was literally in the chair of my dentist getting my teeth worked on, and everyone's like, get back to the shop. We have to go on now. So I rushed back to the showroom, and I've been talking to some friends of mine. I've called multiple ones in the game of this guitar world to get their reactions and their thoughts. First off, I want to give hats off to JC. I think he brought a breath of exciting fresh air to Gibson when it most needed it.
Hard agree.
So I remember meeting him once at NAMM right when he took over, I believe. And I was like, this dude's awesome. He wears Levi's jeans and a leather jacket. But besides that, I feel like he started steering the brand back into the place of our good hearts.
I agree. I feel like that's whenever all the cool changes happened where, okay, we're getting back to making great guitars. We're getting back to like keeping a standard of like, hey, this is what the guitars need to uphold. And yeah, I mean, everything, custom shop, the standard runs, all that stuff, man. It's really cool.
And, you know, and it's scary when changes like this happen abruptly. Can you go back to the press release part so I can see that real quickly? I'll read some of the direct press releasing, but this is different. So, well, I don't need to read that one part. I'll read the next part. But this was a board appointed, it looks like, transition from JC to
Cesar.
I say Cesar.
Cesar.
It sounds more fun. Effective immediately. So it happened now. And here's the quote. We are transitioning to new leadership at a time of strength to ensure the company continues its momentum and is well positioned to execute on its next phase of growth. Cesar has played a huge role in the company's recent success, including securing critical artist partnerships and overseeing the evolution of many of our most iconic product lines, and the board has full confidence in his leadership. I wish I could say that in a different language. I think it would sound tougher.
The way you just said it was so well done. I thought you had read it many, many times. That was amazing.
I am a trained actor. I can read these things fantastically.
That's
so
great.
So it is a big thing. I think what they said there's nothing hidden in that. Cesar does have great connections with rock stars. I think we'll see more of that as we grow forward. He enjoys bringing the sort of rock star group into this Gibson family. We've seen a release of a lot more signature pieces, very high-end signature pieces, from the Greenie to all the stuff like that we were seeing with new artists, old artists, new pieces.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna see more of that. It's my guess. It's I haven't been able to get in touch with JC yet. You're like, you can't get in touch with JC. We actually can get in touch with JC through other satellites. It's neat.
It's kind of wild. Yeah, it's cool.
Hopefully we're gonna get like some talking with him too on this, and we'd love to talk to Cesar about it eventually as well. Cesar's also released his. Let's go back to Cesar's press release. I'll read just a minute of this. I am honored to take on this important role with the company that means so much to me. Gibson has shaped sound for the last 130 years, and we now have the opportunity to drive the future of music and touch people's lives for the next 130 years. That being said, I don't know how he's going to live that long unless he's a vampire.
I know. That was, whenever I saw that too, I was like, wow, he's got some big goals.
No.
It's like big goals,
Continuing
baby.
Cesar's quote, we have an obligation to continue innovating across instruments, sound, and media, and to continue inspiring fans and artists of all levels to create music. I look forward to working closely with our experienced senior leadership and team of incredible craftspeople, to ensure the long-term success of the business. Pretty well-crafted quotes, I'd say, from everybody.
Yeah.
We're honestly hoping the best. We hope this is a transition that was done where JC decided that he finished his run. He's moving on. That happens sometimes with CEOs and leadership.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I fixed Levi's. Hey, I fixed Gibson. But Gibson's had some issues as of late, too.
Yeah.
I know they've had some issues with some of their choices with how they've handled some of the releasing of the custom shops with their partners in the retail side of things.
Yeah, I like to think in the positive, though, that maybe that wasn't why any of this is taking place. You know?
I like to think JC's like, I'm ready to take over like the exploration side of SpaceX. And he's going to be like facilitating the condo development on Mars.
It's you saying this, it's going to blow my mind if something like that kind of happens. Because
It
I'm going to be
could.
like, he's like the Simpsons. He can tell the future.
I know it's like Donald Trump, president. JC, condos, and Mars. It could be happening.
It could.
No, we
You
hope
never
Cesar and the team do. I love to say that together.
Do.
Because I have toddlers, sort of. I have kids. Do well in this transition, and it's a positive thing. You know, so we're we're gonna wish hard for that. It's always a little nerve wracking. If Andy was immediately out of the CEO position of Fender,
Yeah.
I like to refer to him in first names, like we're like best friends and we're out there in the links together.
Andy. Silly Andy.
Derek, you want to pop in with anything?
So do we think there's any other promotions in store for anybody else over at Gibson that we love?
I think Mark might be up for something.
Maybe.
That's probably around the corner as well, unless there's some more shakeups underneath there could be
Yeah.
no, and I hope some of the things I've heard that are positive. We've had lots of guys go out to Gibson. We love the Gibson garage.
Yeah.
We've loved what JC has done. Interacting with him at the garage before and meeting him and some of his top team has been awesome. We hope Cesar can continue that as the, I guess, interim CEO.
Yep.
It might be made permanent, kind of like when the president dies, the vice president steps in, and it can become permanent. They get voted in. You get voted in by selling lots of guitars.
There you go.
That's kind of how it goes.
It's kind of cool. I got high hopes for this. I think this could be something really cool, for the whole brand and for the guitar world.
I mean, I hope so. It's I'm not gonna be negative about it, but I want to say, because it's the same as when Chris Martin sort of announced that he was stepping down from Martin. Yeah. He sort of turned that brand around. He was there for decades.
Yeah.
That he came in when acoustic guitar sales were in the gutter in the basement, and he brought it into this new sort of age of MTV Unplugged, Eric Clapton, everybody's selling guitars. JC only had a short time here at Gibson. I feel like he started to make some serious plans and changes that were very positive. There's been some QC issues with the follow through. There's been some QC issues with dealer relationships. There's been some disconnect with customers. I hope that can continue to get better though.
Yes.
We're very positive in this because we love Gibson, and then love Gibson, and want Gibson to be a brand that does last and does not become a dinosaur in any way.
And that's where I see too. I think that could be something that potentially happens here. I see it as a positive. I see JC leaving as him probably doing something positive for himself. All these guys moving up and doing something positive for themselves too. I know.
I was just laughing as I was at the dentist getting these texts. I'm like, I've got to get to this. Hurry up! I don't have any cavities. Can I go now? And they thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny.
No, that's
hopefully Gibson gets back to just making guitars, right? Not being into crypto scams.
Oh, well, you're talking about the rally thing. I think
play authentic. I mean, right from the beginning, there was some missteps.
Yeah, there were some missteps there. But I think that was probably coming from, the funds that own the group. And so, and the CEOs were being directed. I know, Mark had to say some things that he wouldn't have said in any real world otherwise when it was the lawsuit syndrome. I think, we're going to see how it goes. We're all watching, everyone in our little world. We're guitar sellers, we're guitar players, and we're this YouTube channel. And we like to, as I said from the beginning of our channel, we're a force for positive and a force for the love of what we love in the guitar world. We hope they do well. There's a big chance they don't. They step all over their toes.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to happen. I think we can hopefully fix it.
Yeah. I'm viewing this in a positive light. I think there's some positive change coming in the future. And I think it's an exciting time to be into Gibson guitars.
Positive change.
Positive change.
Maybe they'll expand their dealer network.
Maybe. Or it's I was talking with some of my other, the manufacturers are sort of worried. There's a lot of these great iconic shops that are sort of going away because they're either retiring, Music and Arts are buying them out. They don't have a continuation plan. These brands are trying to figure out a way to stay relevant and sell through and make their stockholders / board members happy. But at the end of the day, I don't care about that. I want them to make great guitars and make us happy. All of us people that want to buy these things. I still love my pancake 70s Gibson Les Pauls.
Yeah.
I love the vintage ones we get. I love them all, but I hope they focus on guitars, and don't become a company that gets acquired by some other company, sort of like Marshall, and it becomes sort of a shadow of itself.
Yeah, it's just the shell of a thing, just to move SKUs.
Product.
Yes, I don't like that. I want it to be guitars as well, and great guitars.
And I feel like I hope that's what breeds success with them. I will never forget meeting you briefly at the first NAMM. You forgot me already. It was the year there was some pink and some Pelham blue SGs that were custom shop. They're gorgeous. But you were super nice, and you made me excited to be, like, loving on Gibson again. So whenever somebody ushers out that way, and we don't know which way it went. He could have just been like, "I'm out, peace." Yeah. But it's sort of a shock. So thought we'd report on it.
Yeah. There you go.
Anything else that we need to touch on here? Production team, Derek?
I mean,
any comments coming in?
I think, Cesar was very much responsible for Gibson Garage being a very success. So I think
the blueprint of that could lay out further.
That certainly can be the blueprint going down the road.
I mean, it's such an expensive undertaking, and it could. They could. Sorry, comments are funny.
They're hilarious.
No. So it could start laying out across. I mean, I mean, Fender's already done it. They're doing it in Japan. Gibson's done it in Nashville. I see like L.A. I see New York was a huge disaster when Guitar Center did it in Times Square. Everyone saw that coming. Like nobody wanted that. But the 14th Street one's still holding strong. Well, just where it's all online only.
There's a lot of comments talking about the direction Gibson has gone in the last 5-6 years away from younger players towards older players.
That is true.
Towards more high-end, expensive guitars.
We talk about that a lot on our channel with Fender is really going after younger players and trying to like nail them with the Squires and Player Series and then their American. Gibson sort of focused on legacy artists, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And it's mixed opinions whether that's good for the brand.
Well, yeah, I mean, something I was going to bring up too is with.
I just saw more slash signature.
The comments. Yeah, there's a ton of slash comments.
More slash.
Cesar is a guitar player, and
Cesar.
he's been Cesar.
I'm just gonna do that every time you say it. Cesar.
The Czar has always been. That's what you should call him. The Czar.
The Czar. We just call
the Czar.
Cesar. You now the Czar.
Woo! The guitar czar.
You heard it here first. Casino Guitars. The guitar czar. Cesar.
Boom.
Right
the
there.
Man is a guitar player.
Skylark tonight.
There you go. He's still.
You heard it here. Sorry, Dave Skylark is like my jam. Continue.
He is a guitar player, and I think that may say more. I know that JC was also into guitars as well, but I feel like the Czar is more into guitars than some of the other people that we've seen in the CEO spotlight, and I think he's going to make that change a positive for younger players. That's my hypothesis right now. Is that
that's a mighty rosy hypothesis. I hope you're right.
And it's positive, and you're gonna.
Now we're seeing lots of comments coming like, "Whoa, I just joined. Where's JC? He's preparing his space flight with Elon. If you just joined, he's going to be working on the condo development on Mars."
Here's what really happened: the guitar czar put him into a spaceship and launched him right out of Gibson.
That'd be tight. No, we don't know. Seriously, on a serious note, this is a serious thing for our community in guitar world. We don't know what's happened with JC. We just know he's out and effective immediately, and he could have stepped down. He could have been asked to leave. We don't know. We'll find out soon in the next few days.
I mean, it seems strange though that it wasn't made. If it was a planned step down, right? You would have thought it would have been maybe announced at a big trade show that just happened, 2 weeks ago?
Well, which trade show are you talking about?
Oh, man, 23.
Well, Gibson wasn't there.
Well, yeah, but you can still make waves, right?
No, but neither was anybody. So it's like, I mean, I think Fender wasn't. No, it was that. And that's part of the problem. Hopefully, Cesar, take a note, like in the team. Let's go back to NAMM. Fender, let's go back to NAMM. What do you?
I just want to say, Dylan, you're hilarious. Like, he just keeps posting in really funny comments. One was Baxter for CEO. I like that. He said,
Dave Skylark.
He said, I heard he's leaving to follow Metallica on tour. He said, I heard JC is moving to North Carolina. These are all great things.
If we could get JC, Baxter, Jonathan, and Fred Durst, because Fred Durst is from North Carolina, I would do it. No, I mean, we hope the direction can. I mean, it does make me nervous a little bit because I have seen the way Gibson's been shaped. I know we're being positive. We want to be positive. Yay, fingers crossed, hurrah. But some of the choices they made have been very not positive. What I think is going to be the future of the brand. Yeah. So I'm hoping that's not and that could have been why JC was like, hey, this ain't what I signed up for. I'm outie. Or it's just it was his time, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I see it from that light. I'm going to keep my positivity, the comments flowing and just keep me laughing. I do see it from a positive angle. I think there's going to be some positive change. And Derek can stare me down all day, but it's going to be the most positive
Derek's
thing.
the only honest broker in the building.
Or the Easter basket's on fire, and we don't know what's going to happen. This could be there could be serious trouble in paradise too. So we're going to find out more. We're going to be doing our research tonight as things evolve. Again, this is just breaking news story. We don't know what we're talking about right now as far as what has happened, why it's happened, where JC went, why Cesar's in.
Our contact at the Gibson garage was at lunch when I called, so.
Was he?
Yeah.
I mean, was she?
She.
We're just throwing that off to a little misdirection. How's that sound for you, kids? No, so we'll talk to some of those folks. I have some friends at the custom shop and some friends in production, and I'll be calling them. I'm calling my dealer friends right now in between. I'll call them after this, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. I have some, and I know Gibson's group is calling all these pretty heavy hitter dealers right now too. I'm like, hey, everything's cool. It's kosher. Don't worry about it. Business as usual. But these guys have all been in the business long enough to know if that's true or not. So we'll find out more. Stop reading the comments; they're too funny.
They're hilarious.
They are really funny.
They just keep getting funnier.
That's why I can't. You have to, if I read them, I just smile all day and I'm happy. And it makes me think of fluffy kittens.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying a lot of the same thing. What does it all mean? We don't know, but I think it's cool.
Well,
let's shake it up a little bit.
Well, we'll see. It could be.
It could be terrible.
It could.
It could be great.
Tells me this was.
This was not a planned moment, probably.
Or it was, and they didn't want to have to answer questions at a big trade show.
God, what time is it right now? It's like sort of the middle of the day on a Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
That's
it
whenever.
It came out Tuesday about 2 o'clock, I believe.
Okay.
Their time.
Hey, we wish them the best, but we're all watching right now. It's
It's just keeps going.
You're just gonna get lost in the comments.
I know. I'm just like, oh, it's too funny.
Make Gibson next.
Oh, don't. Yeah, it's
I know.
a hole. It's a great hole, but it's a hole.
I think it's a great hole. We'll find that out. So everyone out there, thanks for watching.
Max, do you want to take this as an opportunity to demo the new Joey Landreth 2-rock that we have back there?
It's not even plugged in.
No, it's not plugged in.
No,
Okay.
I haven't even turned it on. We'll do that another time.
If you want one, there's one right there behind Baxter. Call the shop.
That's another thing that just happened. So I don't know why this became a sales pitch. We just got to pair in. So shh. Yeah, call quickly. These will not. We haven't put them on the internet yet. Derek wasn't supposed to do that, but it just happened. Whatever. Why not? I think we're gonna say demo the Gibson.
Demo the Gibson and Baxter.
No, I'm not gonna demo anything right now. We're just talking for a minute. I gotta go pick up some.
We got stuff to do. Yeah,
at the Munchkins.
Let us know what you think about this. Seriously, send us an email. Shoot us some comments. Say something wild. Say something crazy. Wait, if you're positive or negative or maybe right in the middle.
And JC, long live and prosper
baby.
out there for all you did. Wakanda Forever.
I've
never watched Wakanda Forever, by the way. I saw the first one. I just know that I saw Kamala Harris do this once and it made me laugh. I just think it's funny. She's the vice president. She did that, so I'm gonna do it forever.
Just remember, the Guitar Czar is here.
The Guitar Czar. That's pretty funny.
That's great.
And we know how czars work out.
Great.
Run
their countries.
Prove us wrong there. Yeah, good luck out there running this thing. We hope for the best.
There you go.
I love New York too. That's a sweet one. Someone loves your shirt.
Yeah.
Derek, anything else you think there?
Nope. Looking forward to being a Gibson dealer someday.
Well,
one day.
Czar, if you see this, we're here. We're waiting. With arms wide open.
Baxter and Sean, number 2. It's awesome. You got all sorts of things. Sorry, guys. I'm not looking at the comments anymore. It freaks me out. It's like people type in real time. Thank you for joining us. I know it's last minute. Share this out with your friends. We're going to find out more, and we'll get to work on this tomorrow morning. We'll have some more stuff coming out.
Rock and roll, baby.
Peace be with you all, and to all a good night.